Most discussions of ethics center on what you do or don't do. You compare your actions against various ethical standards and deem your actions either right or wrong. Although it sounds simple enough, there's a sense of tension and uncertainty in any discussion of ethics because every person brings all kinds of other stuff to the table, such as his or her personal feelings, experiences, values, and principles, not to mention the situation at hand. The end result is a short-term focus on the behavior itself rather than on anything bigger or more meaningful. People have widely different ethical standards and interpretations. So instead of asking yourself, am I ethical or not, you might try asking yourself, do I have discipline in my life or not? The difference between this is profound. You should understand that focusing more on ethics as a matter of discipline takes the focus off the situation and helps move you toward building character. Rather than talking about ethics in the light of what a person should do, we should consider ethics in terms of what the results are when a person has a disciplined life. Consider the advantages of achieving good ethics, not by merely completing a list of to-dos and don'ts, but by achieving it as a natural byproduct of a disciplined life. That takes the pressure off. It turns gray areas into no-brainers. This is the kind of internalized ethical response that we hope to achieve. It involves more than just the right response to the right situation, but the personal character that dictates our responses on a constant basis. Discipline is good. Of course, having a disciplined life is not just about good ethics. Losing weight, quitting smoking, getting more sleep, reducing stress, and a host of other behaviors require discipline. The common denominator in all these things is that living a disciplined life usually helps you rather than hurts you. It is what we do to divert ourselves from a life of instant gratification, reactionary living, and stagnation. Living a disciplined life is something that everyone can achieve. To help us, start with these steps: obedience, order, and self-control. Let's first look at obedience. Being disciplined shows obedience to something. You need to know and adopt basic standards of right behavior for your life. You can't have a disciplined life without some standard by which you measure your progress. In an ethical sense, you need to know what is right and wrong and then consciously choose to do right. Your moral standards must be concrete and unequivocal. They can't be a moving target. Next, order. Discipline is about restoring order to your life. This is what discipline does and is the first step in doing it. We must set up our lives for success. Oftentimes, because we live life without order, we live for the moment and are doomed to only react to situations. In the physical world, we create order by staying organized, setting up systems, being efficient, and structuring our day and our physical space so that we have control. Ethically, we bring order by behaving in an ethically predictable way, having systems and steps in place to solve problems, knowing the rules and resources available, and having confidence in who we are. When we add order to our world, we retain control and make a disciplined life easier to achieve. No matter what you do, living a disciplined life will not occur without self-control. There's no easy path to self-control. There's no magic pill or mental exercise that will take you past that final step toward a disciplined life other than good old-fashioned self-control. Although clearly defining your standards and achieving order will certainly help, the hard work of training the mind and resisting temptation puts the ball completely in your court. The good news is that the more self-control you practice, the easier it will get. If you have lived your life with little self-control until now, doing so may feel like an addict going cold turkey. But no matter how hard it may seem, it will be worth it, because the change inside will be long-lasting and truly meaningful. The funny thing about discipline is that it can't be accomplished by anyone else but us. We have to want it. Unfortunately, most of us approach ethics out of fear of punishment. Outwardly imposed discipline is not discipline, but mere punishment. There's a sense of freedom that comes with a disciplined life. On the surface, the words freedom and discipline seem contradictory, but in fact they're not. One who practices a disciplined life is much more free than the person who does not. Worry and uncertainty are reduced. The person who practices discipline has a handle on things. Discipline brings a sense of peace in the face of an ethical crisis. Consider ethics as not something that has to be done, but a natural result of a life of discipline. You don't have to be good, rather you become good. It's a state of being that you can achieve if you set your mind to it.